Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. You guys here see that I have the spring vibe going on with this top because today I'm going to talk about all of the fragrances that I will be wearing during springtime. When I think of fragrances for that season, I want scents that just uplift my mood. They give me a little bit of floral vibes mixed in with greenery. So I think the scents that I picked out are ideal. And guess what, guys? I have a lot, okay? This video is going to be bombarded with a ton of different fragrances because we have niche and then we have designer scents. I might divide this video into two parts because I don't know if it's going to be too long, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and start with my niche ones. And if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I would absolutely love it if you join our YouTube family. It is free and honey, we have a lot of fun here. So subscribe and leave a comment down below so we can all welcome you to the family. So can we chat about this necklace real quick? I'm just obsessed with this. The other day I got a package from Journey Bird and this video is not sponsored, but they sent me a couple of their pieces and this one is like a double chain. I love it so much. Like it's in one, so you don't have to worry about it tangling up. I'm going to link it down below for anyone who is interested, as well as this very simple makeup look. If you guys want the actual products that I have on my face, leave a comment down below and I will add it to the description box. Before I go on, if you guys hear a little bit of noise in the background, I apologize. There's work being done in my home. And so I've been trying to avoid not recording when it's going on, but it's pretty much all day long. So bear with me. These are springtime fragrances. I will have a video on my summer fragrances because when it comes to spring and summer, the scents are definitely different. Summertime, I want lots of freshness, okay? I want coconut vibes. I want tropical vibes. That's what I go for. Springtime, I still want a little spice. I still want some greenery in there and a little kick in my fragrances, but still quite refreshing. Creed Aventis for her. Honey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm eating up my words because I did say that I wasn't a huge fan of Creed and somehow, some way they are trickling into my collection. Aventis for her is, it's your perfect spring summer fragrance. It's very refreshing. It's super bright, mood uplifting. It has citrusy tones in the opening. I believe there's green apple in here and some other citrus notes. And it just smells absolutely divine. It's classy, it's elegant. Honestly, wear this as a signature scent, but still make a real statement. I wore this. I went away to Ottawa for 3 days. I only wore this scent and I received compliments right off the bat. I got questions on what I was wearing. So this definitely projects really nicely. And it just smells good. It smells fresh, clean, elegant. It's like luxe freshy right here. If you want to exude a little bit of luxury in your fresh scents, Aventis for her is the jam. Absolutely stunning. I mean, oh my God, that is beautiful. It's so beautiful. So if you're contemplating getting Aventis for her, I think this is probably a really safe blind buy. If you love fresh, bright scents, get this one. Get this one, Delina La Rose. This is the newest launch from Parfums de Marly. And as you guys can see, that is the bottle. I absolutely adore this bottle. I think it's really great that they switched it up. And it really represents like the scent that you are smelling, that transparency that you are seeing here in this bottle. I do have a complete review, so if you guys want to check it out, I will link it over here. Definitely go check it. This is a brighter, fresher, lighter, airy version of Delina, okay? It really does remind me of like spring and summer. It still has that beautiful rose tone to it that I really like. It has a little bit of spiciness also, but it just has that really fresh, airy quality that I think would mesh well with springtime. Like it smells like a really gorgeous garden of roses, freshly picked, freshly wet, and a little bit of greenery in there. I really like this one. I will say, you know, I keep it quite honest on this channel. It's not as long lasting as the original Delina and Delina exclusive, but it still is a decent amount for a freshie. Next scent that I have here is from Jo Malone. This is Mimosa and Cardamom. This little guy over here. I've talked about it on my channel already, and I've used it quite a bit because this is just a no-brainer type of scent. It's one that you just put it on and you feel great. You feel put together, you feel clean and fresh, and that's the way I feel about it. Like, oh my gosh, this like mimosa tone in here is really just done perfectly because I don't find that there is an imbalance with all of the other notes. It just smells beautiful, okay? I can overspray this one definitely because it's not a super loud kind of projecting fragrance, but for everyday use, this is beautiful, non-offensive for those of you who are in an office setting, non-offensive for those of you who work at home and don't want to go too hard on your fragrances. This is a beautiful one, and I'm really starting to appreciate Jo Malone. I think they do great everyday scents. A lot of them are not super long lasting. The performance is definitely lacking, but they do smell great. And this one, I don't mind overspraying. I don't mind topping it up, but it's just one of those no-brainer, beautiful, fresh kind of scent with a little bit of spice to it. Love this one. Love this one so much. Okay, let's move on to this one over here, which is like one of my favorite fragrances. It's been on my top 10 for life. This is Angelique Noir from Guerlain. I mean, what else can I say? I've said too many incredible things about this scent because it is definitely one of my favorite vanilla scents. It's quite unique in my opinion, and it grabs me every single time. There is this smooth sweetness to this vanilla that is not sugar sweet. It's not this like boozy sweetness. It's just unique on its own, and I love this scent. I always describe it the same way because it really just reminds me of like a greenhouse. There's beautiful floral notes around, and there's greenness, a sharp greenness. It's wet, and this scent is just lovely. It lasts really well on my skin and on my clothes, and it's one of those scents that I love. I don't necessarily get a ton of compliments lately when I wear this one, I'll be honest, but I feel incredible when I wear this scent. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. You gotta like that sharp Angelica note in this fragrance because it is definitely quite predominant. It's a spicy, sharp note, green for sure, but let this dry down and that vanilla really balances off everything, and it is just a beauty of a fragrance. I don't know if I would buy a full size bottle at like retail price because I did get this at a really great lower price. So I will say that, okay? This is Nishani Ani, and I hope I'm saying that name correctly. And here is that bottle. I will say that the bottle looks a lot better in person than when I would see it on the screen. It does have quite a lot of weight to it. The cap is quite heavy, and overall, it just looks a lot better in person. The fragrance in itself is this beautiful citrusy vanilla fragrance that has a lot of spice. I believe there is a ginger note in here that gives it that spice in there. It's like, it reminds me of like a lemon tart, a lemon custard type of dessert. That's the realm that I get with this fragrance. It is bright, but it's still spicy at the same time. The vanilla is beautifully blended in this fragrance and smells like a true vanilla, okay? Not an artificial vanilla, same as Angelique Noir. I smell that true vanilla pod, okay? And it really is one of those scents that I think is perfect for springtime because it still has that freshness from the citrusy notes. It has a kick of spice from that ginger, and the vanilla gives it a nice warm, kind of sweet approach, okay? It's not a sweet fragrance, but the vanilla mellows everything out, so it's not just freshness in your face. or super spicy in your face. Everything kind of blends beautifully. Oh, yeah, this one, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I do still think that it's quite pricey. I'm not gonna lie, I still find it quite pricey. This is from Byredo, and this is Baldacci. Here is that beautiful bottle. I have the smaller bottle over here. I think I got this late summer last year, and I am super excited to pull it out again because this is definitely a scent that I received quite a few compliments when I was wearing it, especially when I still worked in retail. I got a ton of people asking me what I was wearing. This is like a really gorgeous kind of signature scent fragrance because it doesn't smell like a typical perfume. Like, it really doesn't. It's very different, unique, unusual, but in the right way. It's subtle, but at the same time, there's this thing that just like grabs your attention and smells just beautiful, clean, and fresh, and has a little bit of woodiness in this fragrance also, but everything is really, really well rounded and balanced off with this fragrance. And I could definitely overspray this one. It's not super heavy on me at all, but it does last quite a long time, especially on my clothes. Yeah, it opens up a little bright, a little spicy. You definitely get these like citrusy tones in there also, like maybe lime or bergamot, something like this. And then you get this like very soft, woody, musky vibe in the dry down. It's a unisex fragrance because it doesn't pull too feminine and it doesn't pull too masculine. It's right there in the middle, and it's just a beautiful scent that smells clean, fresh, put together, elegant. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So if you like fragrances that don't smell like a typical perfume, like I'm smelling perfume around here, this is a great, great one because it just is different. I have one from Diptyque. It's newer to my collection also, and I was so excited to get this one. It is a fig-based fragrance, and it is this one over here. Look at that bottle. There's something about the Diptyque bottles that really just capture my attention. I really, really love the way that they look, especially on a vanity, especially on a picture. It just looks so, so good. This is a fig-based fragrance, so you have to like fig. It's definitely quite predominant when you spray it. Let me spray it on this side here. I need to get some perfume cards 100%. But the opening is a little bitter. It's woody, it's fresh, it's clean. That fig note is really there. It's quite sharp. But something about this is just like very wearable, very approachable, and just fresh and perfect for springtime. It is a scent that lasts quite well on me, to be totally honest. They do have this, I think, in EDT, but I have the EDP, and I really like the way that it sits on my skin. It almost becomes a little creamy in the dry down. And the fig note lasts throughout the entire day that I'm wearing this scent. Again, it just gives me that fresh, clean vibe with a little spicy, like a little sharpness to this fragrance. And I definitely have been falling head over heels for Diptyque and a lot of the scents that I have been getting in my collection. So once I'm ready to do like a Diptyque collection video, I will. Let me know if you guys would love to see something like that. And then last but not least, for the niche fragrances, I have here, okay, Baccarat Rouge 540. I had to include this one because I just love this scent. It is definitely one that I can wear pretty much all year round. It checks all the boxes for me. It smells amazing. Like, it's one of those scents that's so hard to describe. I can only describe the feeling that it gives me. It's super unique on everyone, so you really have to try it out for yourself and see if it vibes with your skin. But on me, I love it. I recently tried the Extrait version, and I really like that one. Definitely want to add it to my collection because it's a little sweeter, but this one alone is just perfection in a bottle. And I definitely got a good wear out of this for February. Like you guys can see, I have a big dent in that, and it was pretty much full, and I missed it. I hadn't touched this fragrance in a while because I was like, oh, it's pricey. It's for special occasion. And I was like, honey, I ain't going nowhere lately and I need to wear my fragrances. So I started wearing this a lot more, and I think it is just divine. Okay, it is really, really a masterpiece. I think it did an incredible job. I did add 3 new ones from MFK, so if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. I love the brand. Everything that I've tried so far, I've been pretty amazed by, so definitely let me know if you guys want to see a collection. And yeah, guys, this is the portion of my video for the Springtime Scents Niche edition. I will have one on my, what do you call it? Designer fragrances. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to break up the videos because this one is already super duper long. It's at 20 minutes. Honey, we talk a lot. So if you guys want to see the springtime fragrances that are designer edition, I will link it down below or up here on the screen so you guys can check that out, and the video doesn't have to be super long. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in part